Now, what's the most important lesson that you've learnt being in business of your entire career, not just Vietnam?
Yeah, well, so I mean, I've just launched my memoir, and a lot of that, well, it's titled "Never Say No," and that's all about being prepared to step out of your comfort zone and take opportunities that are thrown at you. And it doesn't matter if you're the first, then you're writing the book as you go, rather than learning from somebody else's mistakes. But so that was one of the important things. But also to remember that businesses are built on integrity, on ethics, and trust and quality. And without those, you don't really have a business.
Now, in integrity, trust, relationships, how important are those in the Vietnam context?
Well, I think relationships are pretty important. I don't want to be critical because I'm actually now been honoured with dual nationality, so I am Vietnamese as well. But I think there's a different understanding of ethics in particular. And of course, the integrity part. It's difficult when you have a government structure and regulatory authority that at the moment people pay for positions. Government employees don't get anywhere near the market salaries that non-government people are getting. So 1 + 2 doesn't make 3. So of course that's basically, in my book, it's a recipe for corruption. But on the other hand, people like yourself and myself, we're bound by fairly serious laws and regulations in our home countries. So, I think the Vietnamese also have to learn that some people will play the game, others will not play the game, and it would be wrong to force them to play the game.
What's the biggest failure you've ever had, and what did you learn from that experience?
No, I've had lots of failures.
The biggest one.
Well, so I mean, we were on a really good growth trajectory in 2012, 13, and then we were the auditors to Vina Capital and their 3 London-listed funds. And then they decided to change to Pricewaterhouse. There was a relationship between the CEO, who was a former Pricewaterhouse employee. I mean, that was a really, really tough period. The thing that I learned, which I actually I already knew. I said to the partner, they were non-equity partners, but they were partners. This is serious. We've got to make some cuts. And sooner you make the cuts, the better. But they were very reluctant to make cuts. And I said, okay, I'm outvoted and I will live by that. But a year later, we were all saying we should have made those cuts earlier. So, I mean, if you see real problems on the horizon, you're better making the cuts, and you can always rehire people, but you never get back the money you lost.